You ever wonder if a single thought could actually make you rich? It sounds kind of out there, right? But almost a century ago, Napoleon Hill was absolutely certain it could. He spent 20 years, 2 whole decades, studying the most successful people of his time. And in this explainer, we're going to cut through all the theory and break down his famous philosophy into a practical, step-by-step framework, using the official Think and Grow Rich workbook.
Okay, so Hill's entire philosophy, everything, it all starts right here with this one single idea. Before you make a plan, before you take any action, you have to have this, an intense, burning desire for something, and here's the key word, definite. The journey to wealth, he says, doesn't start with your job or some lucky break. It starts inside your own mind.
All right, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It sounds simple, but how do you actually do that? How do you take an idea, a feeling, a desire, and turn it into cold, hard cash? Well, the workbook is designed to answer exactly that. It gives us a concrete path. So let's walk through it together. All right, so the very first step, the absolute starting point of everything, is desire. But, and this is important, Hill is super specific here. We're not talking about a casual wish, like, I hope I win the lottery. No, this is about transforming that vague hope into what he calls a burning obsession, a definite purpose that literally takes over your thoughts.
And this is where the theory gets real. The workbook flips the script. Your desire isn't just a wish anymore. It's a formal agreement. Think of it like a signed and sealed contract with yourself. This isn't just daydreaming. It forces you to get specific, to commit, and to write it all down just like you would with any other legally binding document.
So how do you actually formalize that contract? Well, Hill gives us this brilliant, super practical tool, a 6-step formula. It's designed to give your desire total clarity and, really, to convert it into its financial equivalent. This right here is the core blueprint for turning your thoughts into things. See how this method just completely eliminates any vagueness? It makes you define the exact amount of money you want. No more plenty of money. Then, and this is huge, you have to decide what you'll give in return, because there's no such thing as something for nothing. You set a hard deadline to create urgency, and you come up with a plan you can start right now, ready or not. The last 2 steps are all about locking it in. Writing it down makes it real, and reading it out loud every single day starts programming your mind to believe it's already happened. Okay, so you've written down your desire. Awesome. Now what? Well, that statement can't just live on a piece of paper. You have to get it deep into your subconscious mind. That's the part that really drives your habits and your actions every day. And this is where this powerful idea of autosuggestion comes in. So what is autosuggestion? Think of it like the control panel for your brain. It's the bridge that lets your conscious thoughts, the goals you're choosing to focus on, speak directly to your subconscious, which is like the engine that actually drives the car. It's how you voluntarily program yourself for success. Now here's the thing you absolutely have to get. Your subconscious mind doesn't have a filter. It doesn't judge. It just accepts whatever thoughts you feed it, whether they're positive or negative. That means you have to become the bouncer at the door of your own mind. You have to consciously choose to let in the thoughts of success and prosperity and kick all that doubt and fear to the curb.
Hill uses this amazing metaphor. He says to think of your mind as a fertile garden. Now, if you do nothing, what grows? Weeds, right? Fear, doubt, worry, they'll just take over. But if you intentionally go in there and plant the seeds you want, seeds of success, of wealth, of confidence, then that's what will grow. You have to be an active gardener of your own mind.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. Your desire is crystal clear. You're actively programming it into your subconscious. So what's next? Well, now it's time to build the actual practical plan to make it happen. Hill calls this the workshop of the mind, and it's where those intangible ideas get hammered into real-world strategies. So a really solid plan needs 3 key things. First, you need specialized knowledge. You got to know what you're doing in your field. Then you need imagination, so you can see the opportunities that other people miss. And finally, you need organized planning to take all those creative ideas and turn them into a step-by-step strategy that actually works. And this reveals something really powerful about planning. Success isn't just an inside job. It requires both your own internal creativity and outside help. You use your imagination to map out your goals and visualize your success, but you have to pair that with a mastermind group. Basically, a small circle of smart, trusted advisors who can help you, challenge you, and make your plan even better.
Look, you could have the most passionate desire and the most brilliant plan in the entire world. But according to Hill's research, they are completely and utterly useless without these two final qualities. They're non-negotiable. They are persistence and decision.
First up, persistence. The workbook does not pull any punches here. It says you will face temporary defeat. Your first plan might completely bomb. Your second one might too. But temporary defeat is not permanent failure. The mindset is simple. If a plan doesn't work, you don't give up on the goal. You just find a new plan. Winners never quit. It's as simple as that.
And that relentless persistence is fueled by the second key, decision. Hill found that one of the biggest reasons people fail is because they let the opinions and doubts of other people get in their heads. You have to learn to trust your own gut. Because, as the book puts it so bluntly, opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth.
And let's be real. Making those big, firm decisions is not easy. It takes real guts. It takes courage to trust yourself, to go against the crowd, and to stick to your definite purpose, especially when people are criticizing you or you're hitting roadblocks. But this habit, Hill says, is a hallmark of every single successful person he studied.
And so here we are, full circle, right back to your mind as a rich, fertile garden. You have the blueprint now. Define a burning desire, plant it in your subconscious, build a solid plan, and then execute with unstoppable persistence. The power is 100% in your hands. So the only real question left is, what are you going to plant today?